Have you ever watched opinion leaders from the Insurtech and insurance space being surprised by all sorts of unexpected questions? No, right? And that's why we introduced InsurChat. Every episode features 3 guests that engage with each other on different topics than you're used to. A unique opportunity to get to know the brightest minds of Insurtech.
So hi, Florian. I'm co-founder of Astoria VC, which is the first investor 100% focused on Insurtech investment across Europe.
Hi, my name is Irene van den Brink. I'm the Chief Commercial Officer of Digital Insurance Group.
Hi everyone, my name is Marcus. I'm CEO and co-founder of Rock Connect. We're providing IoT solutions for the insurance industry, smart home as a service.
So the first time I had to engage with insurance, I think that it was back when I was a student and I had to insure my own flat. So quite a while ago, I would say.
I think for me, the first time I had to arrange for my own insurance was when I was, I think, around 16 or something. I was taking a trip to Paris with a friend, and we had to decide whether or not to insure the trip. So that it's a small travel insurance was, I think, my first introduction to insurance.
Very good, you both. My first, contact with insurance was actually in the mafia movies. Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro, and I guess you get the rest of the point, right? You insure your shop by paying your dues.
So I think that it's from the book 0 to 1, and I think that it was a quite of astonishing learning that when you're running a business, you need to learn, try first, learn as fast as possible, because at the end of the day, the one that wins in a market is the one that managed to move faster than anybody else. I think it's true for investor, I think it's true for corporate, and I think it's true as well for entrepreneurs, obviously.
So the one story that comes to my mind when I think about management books or business books is Covey with the 7 Habits, because I still remember this chapter where he's describing a funeral, and then in the end you sort of look into your own mirror, and then the whole story is around, okay, how do you want people to remember you? And to me, this is actually I think it's a very relevant question, not only for me as a person, but also for the company, right? So how would you like people to look at you as both as a person and as a company? So that's something that's always, and he wrote it so vividly that it's sort of, a story that always, it's not always an easy one, to be honest, but I think it's a good one to remember every now and then.
Yeah, I would not pick a specific book, but books along the line like John Doerr about the focus and the OKRs that I take with me, that you have to be focused in whatever you're doing, and it's actually not about saying yes to your topic, but saying no to so many shiny things. I just had an investment case where we were offered to take over a company, and I looked into their pitch deck, and it was like great stuff, but just too much, right? And if there's too much, you cannot accomplish anything.
So during the pandemic, I would say that I increased my skills in cooking, and I try to cook more, let's say, technical and increased quality stuff. So that would be definitely cooking.
For me, during the pandemic, I don't know if it's a real hobby, but I started to walk a lot more. So I really, because I have sometimes days full with video conferences, and I really need to go outside for a while just to take some fresh air and to get the eyes off the screen. So I sort of, the 10,000 steps thing was something that I tried to do a lot during the pandemic. But also, like you, Florian, I decided to bake and cook more. Well, baking was something new for me, but cooking also with more fresh stuff and take a bit more time for it. So I guess it's all healthier habits.
Okay, I have to contradict here and to be honest, right? So I'm I'm living at the moment in Boulder in Colorado, and it's a luxury place. I can see the Rocky Mountains in my front yard. So my new hobby was actually testing a few drinks and having a cigar. So I was picking cigars, drinks, and having the perfect sundowners. I think I cannot, sustain that over the rest of the pandemic, because I just had a health check and they said, no to my new hobbies.
And what is your favorite drink, Marcus?
Well, actually, I was, I like a good glass of wine. So I was testing, the white, and in the summer, you can imagine even the rosés, even as a man, and then some drinks that are, simple cocktails based on my Italian friends, from Martini or Campari and stuff like that.
So social network, I think, are key in my career, I would say. And I think that one part of Astoria VC success is related to social networks. I think that when you start in an area, social network are definitely a great opportunity to gain visibility, but much of all, to be able to engage with so many people that could challenge your standpoints. And it's also a way to feed yourself with trends that you can spot across the world. So definitely very key in business, but I assume it could be the same for personal hobbies as well. So definitely very important.
Mm.
So for me, social media, it has a big role both in work life and in private life. Although in private life, I hope to get it a little less prominent. But I agree, Florian, what you say. In work life, it is the place where you could easily connect to everyone all over the globe, and also to explain what you're doing. And also, I mean, we work a lot for the leading banks and insurers, so we can share what they are doing in terms of innovation and digitization, which is great, because then you have the biggest audience ever. So that is work-wise and private life. I really like looking at, let's say, pictures of stuff on a Pinterest or Instagram, because it just gives sort of new ideas and new inspiration for me as a person. But that shouldn't be too much, let's say.
Mm. So for me, social media is not that important, but it's probably because of my traditional working style of connecting one-on-one, and having these conversations. And also, I always felt, that it's supporting the privacy and the focus kind of, goals that I have. But I know that I'm driving sort of against one way.